Hey everyone, and welcome to Letty Does Pokemon Sun and Moon the anime. So I'm just marathoning these right now, and in the last episode, Ash and Pikachu go to Treasure Island, where they pretty much have a really fun day exploring the island and meeting other Pokemon. And as they're going to leave, they realize that a poor little Wimpod is stuck inside of a cave and can't get out. He's fallen and he can't get out. So Ash takes it upon himself to go inside of the cave and free the Wimpod. And the Wimpod thanks him and then goes back. And then Tapu Fini comes and flies over Ash, healing him with her magic dust particles thingies that he doesn't seem to question at all. And Ash and Pikachu return home to come back from their adventure. Everything's exactly the same. I did see a preview at the end of the last episode that had a picture of Nyabi. So I fully expect this episode to be about Nyabi, and I don't think it's gonna be happy. The preview that I saw said something about like Nyabi being in trouble. That's usually not a good thing, but yeah. Okay. So I think this is just gonna be focused on Ash and Pikachu and the Litten. And I don't really think anyone else is gonna be involved in this one. We're gonna have to wait until our next like focused episode. But yeah, I thought the last episode was really like refreshing, that we did get to see just how much of a friendship Pikachu and Ash share. But hopefully he'll add Litten to his team in this episode for, you know, whatever reason. And maybe he just has to win over its friendship. He's not the owner of any of his Pokemon, he's just their friend. So like, I don't even think he carries around Pokeballs. But anyway, yeah, that is what I'm looking for this episode. Pokemon Season 20, Episode 21. It's time for Nyabi to move on. Let's get started. Oh no! Run away, Donut!
Alola, young man.
It's always this old lady.
Yeah. You dropped this.
It's like she's the only one in the marketplace. Oh! Right away! Back to its thieving ways. I also love how, even though we know that there's Littens on this island, and they all look the same, Ash is just like, it's that one Nyabi! Like, every Pokemon is so distinguishable in this show, even though they look exactly the same. What the fuck just happened?
Using Fire Fang.
Oh my gosh, seeing that animated is vicious. Oh my god. This is so cool.
Ah, I can't do it.
Oh no! Oh, they're engaging in casual conversation.
Where did that come from?
Team Rocket? Right away? Oh my gosh.
What are you? What? They vanished into thin air.
Like villain magicians.
Wow,
They disappeared. It's like they're the bad guys.
it's having trouble breathing.
Oh my gosh. Oh damn, Ash! It's like he's wearing a
That
pelt.
one's not heavy.
Oh my gosh. I think I get it. No! I swear. No. I'm gonna cry. It's so sad.
Doesn't have any serious illnesses. It's just nostalgia.
Oh my god. about to do this to me.
I
No.
wonder, do you think Litten knows?
Oh my gosh. This is so sad. I'm gonna like... okay. I'm gonna completely lose my shit. He just wants to make sure that Litten can fight when he's not there. Oh, they've settled down to sleep. So cute. Oh my god! What the fuck is this? This is a kids show! I'm gonna cry. What the fuck? Oh. Are you fucking kidding me? Oh, Jackie. I'm not okay. I'm so sad. I wasn't expecting this at all. What?
But I'm not really in the mood right now.
What the fuck? This episode just
Please
got
take these
so
to our
fucking depressing.
I sure will. Hope this
I'm
is
so
Litten up.
sad.
Please tell Litten it can come here anytime.
This is a kid's show.
Bet you're hungry.
I guess the body just like turned into like pixie dust and yeah. Oh my gosh, it's depressed and it's not eating. Meowth just wants to help him. Oh my gosh, that's so sweet. Oh, all of his Pokemon came to sleep with him. This is so sweet. Oh, what the fuck? Just no. Oh, that's so sweet. They're trying to make it funny to keep it lighthearted, but I don't think I can recover after that.
And training with me? You could be part of
Meowth
the family.
stuck around all night too.
Now, quick attack!
Looks like Kyo's gonna get Litten this episode, but I didn't want it to be like this. But I kind of knew that like he couldn't leave with Stoutland, so I guess that's just what they came up with to get Litten in Ash's party. So sad.
So, you with us? Yeah?
Oh, he does carry Pokeballs. He carries like one
Pokeball!
that he like uses for everyone. That's what I like to think. He's just like, this is my capture ball. You don't have to stay here, but this is proof I own you. Like he's gonna let him out right away.
Litten, come on out!
Yeah, he did. Like, that ball is just for show. Oh my gosh, now he has a family again!
For the ride.
Litten is
literally
now the
been
latest
less than
addition to Ash's
24
growing
hours.
Pokemon family. Look forward to perfecting its Fire Fang move with our hero. Not to mention the adventures to come. as the journey continues.
I'm already hysterical. Don't show that to me. Okay, then I don't even know what to say for this one because I'm still kind of crying. That I wasn't expecting that. I was like, oh, we get to see them again. And then he started coughing, and I was like, oh, that's kind of weird. That's okay. They'll probably have some explanation for it. Oh, he's sick. You know, it's no big deal. Oh, he's dying. I mean, I kind of knew when in the beginning of the episode, after we see him cough, like, a leaf falls from the tree, and then, like, as the episode goes on, more leaves fall from the tree, and then, like, by the second leaf, I kind of, like, put it together. I was like, oh my gosh, they wouldn't show that in a kid's show, right? Wrong! They just didn't confirm it. And then, like, Rotom goes and he asks Professor Kukui, where's Stoutland? And then Kukui's reply was something like, I don't know, or like, don't ask me, or don't ask that question. And I'm just like, what the fuck? Oh my gosh. And then, like, damn, they really went out of their way to make it so that they don't use the word death, but they still implied death so heavily. It's like, shit. Like, Nurse Joy comes out of the room and she tells Ash, you know, he's not sick or wounded. He's just, and then the door closes before we can hear the rest of her sentence. And then the next thing we hear is Ash saying, does Litten know? And Nurse Joy's reply is, I think he can feel it. So I'm just, okay. Aside from the emotional impact, you know, it had on me, because obviously I'm hysterical. I think that was really, really well written. Like, usually you can't bring up a subject like death in a kid's show, unless it's like already happened and it's like the kid dealing with not having a mother or a father or something, or it's like too drastic and then the kid will be like sad, or it's supposed to be comedic. But this was a very serious, very emotional death. It dealt with grief. Like, I wasn't expecting this, especially with like so many other episodes that were just like really happy, and even when there was like a moment of suspense, it immediately got resolved. This didn't. This we saw like Litten in depression, and then like we had that whole sequence with Litten running down the white hallway, and then Stoutland disappears. I wasn't prepared for this. Like, they just had so many scenes that were just so good to represent like Stoutland is dying. And then of course it's a kid's show, so you know, Litten gets over it pretty quickly, but there could have been like a time lapse in between when Ash came and then when Litten finally felt well enough to go interact with Ash, because it didn't give us an amount of time, and I was just assuming it's like a couple hours, but oh my god. That was, I want to say that was the best depiction of a loved one dying that I've seen in a children's show. Yeah, off the top of my head, this is probably the best depiction I've seen, and kind of showing that it's okay to be in grief as well, because, you know, they weren't upset that Litten was in grief, and it's not like Ash was trying to say, like, feel better. He just said, like, eat. So, oh man, this is great. This is really good. This show, you know, aside from the drawing style, I had mentioned previously in one of the earlier episodes that this show is also one of my favorites because it touches on subjects that you usually wouldn't see in a kid's show unless they're like in a joking manner, or it's so passingly and quick it's not even like meant for the kids, it just flies over their heads. But wow. This show has done such a good job of addressing subjects that could be relevant to a child in real life and they can relate to it. Like, if a kid is watching this, you know, and then the whole Litten death thing, but their mom or their dad had died previously and they felt the same, they might connect to it. And I thought that that was a really nice touch. And I think previously they had mentioned with Lily just kind of like parental neglect and abandonment. So there was that, and then of course there's the continuous Lily trauma that we don't see much of anymore, but yeah, Lily is another really flawed character in this show. Ash is just the one that's kind of neutral and whatever, because he doesn't, like, we know he has parents, he doesn't really worry about it. He's our carefree character, and that's fine, because he's just meant to be like our illuminator on whoever the other character is. So this show is just great, man. I love it so much. I cried so much. Yabby! And it was so weird though, cause like when I played Pokemon Sun and Moon, my choice was a Litten, and I named it Hobo. And then like pretty much one of the other Pokemon I got early on was Stoutland, and I named that one Shaggy. And then I saw this show and I'm like, ah, they're actually friends in the show. And then I got my Hobo, I got my Litten, and I got my Stoutland. Please don't die, Shaggy. Oh my gosh, they were such best friends. But now that Ash has Litten on his team, I think that's all the elemental Pokemon he has. Let me see, no, he still needs a few. He doesn't have all the main, like, element Pokemon. But now he has a normal, he has a grass type, and he has a fire type, so he needs a water type. And then, of course, Pikachu, because Pikachu's gonna stay with him forever. So yeah, I'm not sure who his next Pokemon's gonna be. I'm glad that he finally caught the Nyabby. I also really like that they kept a little touch of, just kind of showing Meowth's, investment to Litten, and he has his own personal reasons for wanting to watch over Litten. I'm not sure if it was supposed to be implied as like he considers Litten his friend, or he can like at least have empathy for Litten and his pain, and that's why he wants to see how it plays out, or if it's just like, you know, we're both Pokemon, we're both cats, we've both been through hardship, and I want to see how it goes for you. So he just wants him to be okay. So I thought that was really sweet. These episodes are so good. Okay, so yeah, that got resolved quickly. They're probably not going to bring this up ever again, but I am glad that they had this episode. But that is pretty much all my thoughts. And let me know what you guys thought of this episode, because this episode was like, it got real. I feel like this is important, not just to the show, but to like the culture of children's media in general, because yeah, this was a necessary addition, I feel, but I wasn't expecting it, so it caught me off guard, and I'm just like, meh. Well, I'm here watching a kid's show, so I don't know. I guess I wasn't just expecting it. But anyway, yeah, that's all I got for you, and I will see you in the next episode where I will hopefully be less hysterical and more collected. So, until then, bye.
Let's see. So, I went here, and I went here,
And I horribly hurt my ankle on top of this mountain here. Oh, hey everyone! Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like what you saw, you could subscribe to my channel by clicking that circle button up there. Or you can find some more of my videos over here, and you can find my socials or check out my Patreon by clicking that square button down there. See ya! Shuggy, did you have fun on the trip?